Agni versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
For Cosmodon!
I've played more recently has been actually Control Priest. Well, I shouldn't call it Control Priest. Spiteful Priest, I guess, isn't necessarily a control deck. I also have been seeing a lot of like the Combo Priest with the Mind Blast. So what do we want to do against those? Obviously no to a Lich King. I think Frothing is always good to keep. Ooze, he's probably not going to have a weapon, so it's not necessary to keep it. I could get better 1 and 2 drops. Korkron, I think I'm actually going to help me rush him down in case it is a Spiteful. Try to do as much damage as we can. We ditched the Executes in our deck because this isn't. Execute is more of a control type of card, and obviously this deck isn't that. So while it helped us in some situations, as a whole, okay, if he gets out a Spiteful and gets something big on the board, Execute might have helped us, maybe not. You never really know. Ultimately, we don't really win fights, so unless we can rush him down fast, and Execute doesn't help us do that. So hence the Executes are gone. We'll see. We'll see if it works out. Hey, we can actually Wasp this, and then the Wasp lives. That works out pretty well. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, duh. I was about to say, wait, no, it doesn't. What am I thinking? It only has 3 health, but duh. It gets buffed, so. Not bad. Use our 2-drop to kill his 3-drop, and the 2-drop is still a 6/1. That works out pretty well. Well, I was hoping you'd get that wrong, but I don't remember the last time Priest actually played Glimmerroot and got it wrong, so let's think about what we can do here. We can Korkron that down to protect our 6/1. We could use the 6/1 to kill it, since 1 life is pretty low. It's really susceptible to, say, a Spirit Lash, and so kill it with that, and then you just Korkron him in the face. We could... Let's see what else. We could play a Frothing, kill it, but then the Frothing's only a 4/4. That's not that great. We could just Battle Rage, get 2 cards right now, and then play the other Wasp, but then the other Wasp gets killed, and then he can just heal. That's not that good either. Let's see. Which one do we use to kill that? 6/1's a bigger threat, but easier to kill. I suppose Duskbreaker kills either of them, so this is only and this way we do 2 more damage to face. So, since he played Fairy Dragon, I'm guessing he runs Duskbreaker. Then again, I think all priests run 2 Duskbreakers because it's just that good.
The gates!
Wow, that's what he stole. Huh? Not bad though. He had to use a 4-drop to kill our 2-drop, so I'll take it. That was interesting. I think we could just, maybe we put a Cobalt in position to just kind of get ready, or we hit him in the face again.
Maybe.
No. We could develop our Frothing, like Frothing Red Band. That way, there's multiple things on the board. I kind of like that. Duskbreaker would kill this, but that would still be alive. Let's see here. I kind of like that just because using Korkron, we waste a mana. Actually, I could Korkron, Coin, Wasp.
I got a
Like that. Let's see, am I going to want to save the coin for Garrosh or not? That's the question. That's actually a distinct possibility. So yeah, why don't we save the coin? Because Garrosh on 7 is pretty decent then.
Pinch of death cup, heel of shoe.
Always Spiteful on 6. I swear they have some type of code in the game that says if you're playing Spiteful, you will have it in your hand. So, alright, at least it's not like Tarantus or something. That's one of the better ones we can end up getting. So let's see here. Do I have a way to kill that?
So many choices.
Not easily, I suppose. Let's see here. I mean, we could play the frothing just to have the threat there. We could just drop the cobalt. That way this gets buffed to 7 attack.
So many choices.
But either way, he can use the Spiteful to kill it, and then use the 8/8s to kill the 5/5. So that's not great. But then if he doesn't heal this, which he probably would, but if he doesn't, it could be low enough for me to kill it with
I gotta move!
So, yeah. This keeps the pressure on him. You know, we drew Grom, and that's important to keep in mind. You know, Garrosh Grom is pretty decent. Now, if he Dustbreakers and uses Spiteful to kill Cobalt, hits me in the face with an 8/8. Like it's gonna happen. There it is. That's great. But, as I predicted, there'd be something else we could hit with Garrosh. The problem is it doesn't actually kill this. He's still at 5. So, coining Garrosh isn't that great for us now.
You are the Shadow's puppet!
Well, let's see. We coin out Garrosh and we hit this. This dies, that goes to 2. But then he can hit us for 9, and we're just about dead. If I Garrosh him in the face and he goes to 12...
So many choices.
Then we're really probably dead. Because then he would have 14, all he would need is 2 damage to finish us off. What are our other choices here? Battle Rage only draws us 1 card. Coin Grom doesn't do much. Yeah, this is still our best bet.
I will burn this world and rule its ashes. I must choose.
That was our best bet. It's really a bummer that this got buffed, because now had say the this would only be at 1 health, and then we could whirlwind to kill it. I suppose if he heals it, though, it's kind of a moot point. I hope he plays something else small, so that way I can attack it and kill this big. What is this again? Splinter Graft. I don't really ever see this card played.
I wonder.
I don't think I've ever actually seen it played. I've only seen it come from random effects like Spitefuls and Free from Ambers and whatnot. Interesting. Huh. Well. I mean, we can play Grom and kill that. Obviously, that's terrible. That is really terrible, because then Grom just dies. We have an 8 cost to kill a 1 minion. That's awful. Obviously we don't want to axe that, we die. Let's see here. Red Band Wasp and Hero Power. Run the Wasp into that. That's actually not too bad. That leaves us with more mana. So we could also play a Frothing. Get that a little bit of damage. Yeah, I think that's... Well, it's either that or we actually Battle Rage. So we know we're doing this. We know we're doing this. If I Battle Rage, we can get 2 cards now. I think I like that, actually. And well,
I must choose.
on the Firefly. Alright. We'll see here. I got Grom next turn. Unfortunately, I still can't Grom Hero Power. That would finish him off anyway. Alright. A 4/6, and he's at 14. Man, if I had one more mana, we'd have lethal. Bummer. Alright. I think, let's see here. Spellbreaker to put that back down to 1 health. Hero Power.
Time
That's
passes.
gone and not a problem anymore. At that point, we would still have 3 mana, so we Frothing. The question is, if we Frothing before we Whirlwind, he gets a bunch of extra damage, but then he's only at 3
What
health.
now?
So he's more susceptible to like a Deathbreaker or something. But I think the threat of it is worth it, because he's already played 1 Dust... Yeah, he's played 1 Dustbreaker. So 3...
I must choose.
Your magic shall not save
And then I think we get 4 damage in the face. Potentially get him, because then Grom Bladestorm would actually kill him, even if he clears our board, and he doesn't... You know, if he clears our board, doesn't heal Grom Bladestorm up. And he had... Like that, he is dead.
You are the Shadow's puppet.
Okay. Alright, if we Grom Whirlwind, we set him to 2, but he's got 6 damage on board, so then all he would need is like a single Mind Blast or something. Now, he might not run Mind Blast because he's Spiteful, but there is that fear. I mean, you never know if they could have one hidden in their deck for as a finisher. We can Grom that down, and then Woodcutters that. That's actually probably a decent option, because then Grom is still a big threat.
What now?
But if he has, like, Mind Control, which this deck runs Mind Control, that... we're screwed. Problem is, I don't see of any other way of removing it.
I must choose.
Guess we can Town Cry. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Fortunately, probably not.
Crush the enemy! Defend your land! For me!
Yeah, I like that better. Because like I said, if we Grom that down, and then Woodcutters this, he Mind Controls Grom, I think it's game over. I don't think I'd have a way to kill Grom.
Pinch of death come.
There's the second Spiteful. Into a free. At least we're getting 8 drops instead of 10 drops. He did? I think he did. We did it, boys. We did it.
Listen here! Kneel before me!
He did. Not bad. Against the Spiteful Priest, I got both Spiteful. One of them on turn 6, so right on curve. I managed to rush him down in time. Nice.